go. Let me just take a sip of my lovely little mug. Oh, 3 hours late. Oh, that's great. That's great. That is pretty bad. Does that mean that you have some extra time to spare? Or that you will be off rather soon? Because if that's the case, then I might stream a little bit longer again and hopefully get continue with StarCraft. Or do you have to work some extra hours? Or, you know, the normal amount, but, you know, at the different time? Anyways, let us continue. Listen up, everybody. If you don't take cooking seriously, somebody is going to get hurt. This is the part of your education as well, so don't fool around and do it seriously. A lazy yeah wafted through the class in response. Half of the school today was going to be home economics class. The plan was for everybody to make curry rice and give it to the forest rangers who let this building be rented out as our school. Huh. Okay, well, at the very least, you still have... Well, that means that I will be stopping stream probably after this Higurashi section. Curry hype. Curry is pretty nice to make. I really like making curry. Personally, I really have enjoyed what curry I have made, so... Yeah. Curry is good. If everybody were making curry in the same pot, it would have been more of a party-like atmosphere, but this was school after all. Excluding the younger students, each one of us would be making our own curry, with the results being judged. Alright everybody, it may be that nowadays curry is an easy meal anybody can make, but it has its roots in traditional Indian cuisine. Even though we've altered it a bit in Japanese style, it's still instilled with the knowledge and culture of ancient India. Absolutely do not neglect that fact. I'll have words with anybody who doesn't take this seriously, so be prepared for that. That seemed like needlessly passionate sermon on curry. Well, whatever. Also, I've completely forgot these. Completely forgot about the headpads and the adorable picture. It's rumored that Chie-sensei has devoted her life to curry. She'll probably be a pretty strict judge. As long as you're not failing, your grade in home EC doesn't matter. Home economics doesn't really matter at all. I wouldn't say that if I were you. The teacher's a tyrant when it comes to curry. What the heck does that even mean, a curry tyrant? Never heard of that before. You see, our normally mild-mannered teacher, for some other unfathomable reason, is stickler for curry. Unyieldingly so. Yeah, it's said that every year she goes on a journey to India to research mythical curry. This is just a rumor, but it seems that she eats curry rice 3 meals a day, and if she occasionally has something else, it always has to be curry flavored. That's not unyielding, that's unnatural. Is she part of an evil cult or something? Besides, doesn't curry top the list when it comes to junk food? Curry 3 times a day is just weird nutritionally speaking, and... Thonk, thonk, thonk. Embedded in the table right by my fingers are chief's knife, ladle and spatula, gently as they still quivered. The teacher, while still mixing her own pot, was looking this way, smiling. Kei-chan, shh. If you say any more, you'll be sleeping with the fishes. Saying even a little bit more would make my situation a lot more dire. Yeah. Just be serious and make your curry properly and everything's good, alright? I don't think it's going to be that easy today. Look, Michan is... It's written all over her face. If the playing field is even, and we're being judged, there's no way this won't turn into a competition. It looks like we're It looks like we're all on the same page. It's a cooking contest. I knew it. There's no way Mion would leave such an enticing event alone. How shall we determine the victor? By how the teacher judges it? As if saying, but wait, there's more, the teacher reappeared with the principal in tow. The purpose of today's event is to show appreciation for the people of the forestry service, so they'll be judging the results with me. Yep, the teacher and I, as well as 5 people from the forestry service, will be judging your cooking. Oh, there's actually a picture of the teacher. Okay. That's lovely. I won't be showing that on stream though. Oh, it's already been 6 hours. Jesus Christ, man. Good luck to everyone. Even the principal? Looking around it seems like the interest of everybody in the class has been piqued. So that's what's happening. This isn't going to just be some casual curry cook-off. Rena is good at making curry. I'm not going to lose today. My grade is cooking in a group, so I'm together with Rick. Oh God. Why am I so tired? I slept like today quite a bit. That's unfair. So I'm together with Rika. That's unfair. I'm pretty sure that Rika is good at cooking. My curry is so tasty it'll send shivers down your spine. What about Mion? She doesn't seem like she's too good at cooking. Her type has always been bad at this kind of thing. But Mion continued to look unconcerned. I'll tell you what Kei-chan is thinking right now. Who will win the first place and the last place? Well, probably Rena will win. And therefore, Keiichi will probably lose. Just because he's a man and I'm a sexist piece of shit. I'll tell you what Kei-chan is thinking right now. And what you will say next is, what? Honey. I'll tell you what Kei-chan is thinking right now. Mion is definitely bad at cooking. Am I right? I don't like the way she said that. It couldn't be. Mion couldn't possibly. At that moment the teacher's whistle sounded. Alright everybody, are you ready? Be very careful with the knives. Start! The call to arms had sounded. We had to use an outdoor kit to cook the rice, but it wasn't that difficult for a camping veteran like me. I put the rice in the canister, push your palm to the bottom, fill the water just above the wrist. Okay. Are you alright with only that much water? If you don't put in any more, it could be bad. You filthy liar. If I put in any more, I'll just be left with some half-cooked porridge. Satoko, if that's meant to be a trick, it won't work. I'm used to cooking rice with these utensils. First it starts to bubble, then the steam starts to puff. And don't take off the lid no matter what. Keiichi-kun, you're amazing. This is a little unexpected. Did you learn this at summer camp? My dad really likes to go camping, see? Whenever summer comes around, our family goes a lot. So this means everybody is good at cooking the rice. In other words, the critical part of the challenge will be the curry. Curry is Rika's specialty. We'll cream you all. You lost me at Rika's. Why don't you help with the cooking too? Maybe Satoko-chan is helping the most by doing nothing at all. Yep. The ends justify the means, I just have to win. That was a pretty malicious comment for Rena. And Satoko took it hook, line and sinker. Rena could only apologize between fits of laughter while Satoko chased her around. So yeah, it's most definitely going to be Rena winning and probably actually Mion losing. Yeah, let's go with that. That sounds fun. Well now, should we move on to the curry? For now the true battle truly begins. After rinsing off the carrots, potatoes and the other standard vegetables, I grasped the knife. What will today's curry taste like? As Rena hummed along, her very well practiced hands wielded her knife. The rhythmical sound of the knife hitting the cutting board harkened to the kind images of days long past. Simply put, it was perfect. It was so calm and practiced, I seriously don't stand a chance. I looked over at Satoko and Rika-chan. Satoko was in charge of washing the vegetables while Rika-chan was in charge of peeling them. That's what I heard being discussed, but Rika-chan's knife skills are something else as well. He was happily rotating the potato and peeling it quite quickly. On top of that, the peels spanned the entire potato. What was that called again? Katsuramuki? I've heard that peeling a vegetable in one loop around like that is a highly regarded technique. She picked up the peel from the sink and carved a pair of eyes into it with her knife. It's a snake! Roar. Saying that, she placed a long peeled potato skin on top of the head of a boy from her group. She wasn't even breaking a sweat. When it comes to Rika-chan and cooking, I couldn't even hold a candle to her. But roar? Do snakes make that sound? Alright then, how's Mion doing? She's definitely just fumbling along. There's no way she can peel a potato so effortlessly like that. Absolutely no way. This can't be. You've gotta be kidding me. This is a trick. She's using special effects. Where's the wire? She's definitely using a wire. Hehe, here, take a look-see. As if she had already won, Mion proudly showed me the elongated potato skin. You didn't know, Keiichi? Mi was taught how to cook by her grandma. Not just cooking, from sewing to flower arrangement to playing the kodo, from marksmanship to radio operating, even helicopter piloting is but one of the myriad things she can do. Strangely enough, the latter items were more realistic. It was the first few items on the list that seemed like a lie. It's a snake! Roar! Yes. She's actually really good at cooking. It's just such a hassle that she never does it though. Damn it. I'm also really good at cooking, especially Chinese food. Keiichi, boiling something and pouring it into a bowl doesn't count as cooking. Shut down before I could even say it. Oh ho ho! Oh ho 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 ho! Too bad for you. Today Keiichi-san shall be assuredly languishing in defeat all alone. Blank. Tough words from somebody who can't even cook by herself. Whee! Rika! There. I'll destroy Keiichi for you. Gah, this does not look good. Everybody is smirking at me. Don't raise the white flag yet, Keiichi Maibara. Don't throw away this match. Calm down and think. Not about how to peel those potatoes well, but how about how to win this challenge. There's too many people watching. I'm going to work at another sink. Saying only that, I gathered up all the vegetables and left that spot behind. Will Keiichi-kun be alright? I'm worried he might cut himself with his knife. Let's see what Keiichi-chan's doing. No matter how hard I try peeling this, if I slip up at this bit, I'll lop my fingers right off. Then there's only one thing left to do. Tomite-kun, Okamura-kun. Oh, you guys were in a top group of 4, huh? It was the 2 underclassmen that had become my sworn brothers ever since the event at that toy store last Sunday. They had been paired with 2 girls for their group. Yep, both the girls are pretty good at cooking. So both of us can just mess around and we'll be okay. Both of them pointed at the girls. They're not as good as Rena, but they were both good enough at handling a knife. You know, a girl's gotta be good at handling a knife, if you know what I mean. I'll get straight to the point. At this rate, I'm going to lose this contest. Give me the vegetables your group has peeled already. Maibara-san, that's pretty much theft. But depending on what's in it for us. In other words, it depends on terms of negotiation. Quite bold of you guys. Well, that's to be expected. Then let's do this. If I win, I'll let you eat the curry that Satoru and Rika-chan's group makes. How about that? Eh? Ah! I don't know about that. Both of them were hesitant after such a weighty proposal. Just one more little push seems in order. Very well then. Let's make them an offer they can't refuse. I pulled both of them close by the shoulders and made my offer in a hushed tone. Of course, that includes the part that Satoru and Rika-chan have already... Oh, you pervert. That includes the part that Satoru and Rika-chan have already eaten some of. I'll even throw in the spoons. Oh, that's disgusting, man. That's just gross. Oh, come on. That seems fetishistic. That's going a little bit too far, I'd say. Yes. I'll even throw in the spoons. Splooge. A red mist spouted vigorously from the nose of the two underclassmen. Keiichi-san is also pretty good at this. Those are some very nice potatoes. Having brilliantly cleared the vegetable peeling challenge, I returned to my comrades in triumph. Oh, amazing. Keiichi-kun's peeling is really good. That's not quite right. What Keiichi-chan has bared isn't a potato, but his fangs. Yeah, I'm super serious about this. I'll crush you all. I'll crush your face. Having finished with preparing the vegetables, next is to boil a pot of water, then add the vegetables in order of which takes longest to cook. I learned this part from my mother when we went camping. But just cooking in order, it probably won't garner a lot of points. Look over at Rena. She had a variety of vegetables cooking together in very delicate balance. She wasn't being ambitious or calculating a way to win the game. She was making delicious food with a mother's touch. I have a feeling that I could somehow compete with Mion in terms of technique, but I would be no match for Rena. She was way out of my league. When my mother makes curry, you see, she always uses lots of ingredients. That's why Rena's curry uses lots of ingredients as well. I really wanted to take all night and stew it nice and slow. Oh. I beg of you, will you please help just a little with my curry? No, this is one of our club activities. Rena won't lose. When she enters club mode, even the normally kind Rena becomes an enemy. Looks like Rika-chan is cooking apples as well. She's like a pro at this. How about Mion? Well, Mion, what the heck is that? Where did you get meat from? I predicted what we would be doing today by looking at the schedule, so I prepared accordingly. My curry is going to be marvelous. Marvelous! Upon closer inspection, it looks like Mion brought her own vegetables and spices and other ingredients. They were spread all over the place. Mion, just for today, you brought all this stuff from your house. Objection! Chie-sensei, there's no way this is allowed, is it? Objection overruled. As long as it makes for delicious curry, anything goes. For that normally serious teacher to go so far as to append a star to the end of her sentence. A little fourth wall breaking, isn't it? Just as the rumor said, she's a through and through curry freak. Rena and Rika-chan are naturally gifted chefs. I've come with thorough preparations. And? Kei-chan, what about you? It's hopeless. In the grand scheme of cooking, peeling the vegetables is only a small part of it. The hurdles I must overcome are just too numerous and too high. Mabra-san, over here. Turning around, I saw the voices calling me belong to the two underclassmen from earlier, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun. What's up with you guys? What's up with that pot? Is that from your group? Switch this with your pot before somebody notices. I think that the curry from the girls from our group made at the very least is better than what you could make. You guys, for me, don't get the wrong idea. If you don't win, then that is... Oh, that's right. If we don't win, then the talk of eating Satoko and Rika-chan's curry goes right out the window. It seems like you guys are getting riled up about this too. Sorry, I'm in your debt, but I'm surprised the girls in your group agreed to this. Mabara-san, we are also serious about this. Filling in on day duty three times. These guys, to assure me victory, have paid the price. The gaze filled with burning conviction from my underclassmen. Yeah, I'm not fighting this alone. I'm fighting this with everyone. Leave it to me. Save some room, boys. I'll definitely let you eat your fill. We shall be eagerly awaiting your victory. It's a gas stove, so controlling the heat is easy. All that is left is to let it stew a bit. The delicious smell of curry began wafting upwards. Both gifted to me by my two underclassmen suddenly drew some double takes. Any strategies? I would totally pee in the enemy spot. I mean, what? When they wouldn't look, I would put in some salt. And a lot more salt. And a lot more salt. And even more salt. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would sabotage the enemies. Definitely. Suddenly drew some double takes. Rena even looked surprised when she came to take a look, so it must be pretty good. Hey Chan, you're pretty good. It looks like this will be a good match right to the bitter end. Rena wants to eat Kei-chan's curry. Rena's curry and Mion's curry too. Everybody's a worthy opponent. I've done my very best, but I'm not sure of the outcome. Keiichi-san, Rika's calling you. Go see what she wants. What? Rika-chan's calling me? What could it be? Well, whatever. While I'm at it, I can gather some intelligence on the enemy. Rika-chan was doodling on the ground in front of the pot. Because all that's left is to let it stew. Even then, it's good to know that she doesn't leave the stove unattended. Hey Rika-chan, how's yours doing? It's Mr. Curry. Huh? Rika-chan was doodling something strange and introduced it as Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry is amazing. He shoots beams from his eyes. Pew pew! Apparently Mr. Curry shoots beams from his eyes. Throwing a beam with a stick, she etched a line towards my feet. Does this mean I've been shot with a laser? Wah! Barrier! Beam reflect! I took another stick in my hand and reflected the beam, striking Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry can shoot missiles from his stomach. Wow! Mabara's super electromagnetic barrier. And retaliatory beam. Mr. Curry absorbs the beam energy and fires his impulse wave cannon. Rika-chan and I scratched at the ground, thoroughly engrossed in our doodle war. Mr. Curry is amazing. He sure is. He's the hero we all deserve, and the one we all need. Wait a moment. Hey Rika-chan, you called me here for a reason, right? Yes, I called you, but I've already fulfilled my purpose. Oh, look at that! The sabotaging has already happened. At that moment, a chill ran up my spine. Already fulfilled her purpose? They got me! Headed back to my pot, standing there just as I feared was Satoko. With no questions asked, I drop-kicked the back. Drop-kick! Holy shit, that's violent! That could kill someone! Jesus Christ, man! That's excessive! A little excessive, isn't it? I drop-kicked the back of her head. Oh, what do you think you're doing? You know better than to do that to a lady's head. Who cares about that? Satoko, did you mix something in with my curd? How impertinent. I haven't fallen that far. Despite what you may think, I am a fair person, you know. Then what's with this incomprehensible line of ladles and paddle plates? Link them all in these unstable positions. If they fall over, what will you do? At that moment, a gentle breeze blew by, knocking over a ladle that was stood up on its end. The ladle, like a domino, fell over and knocked over the next cooking utensil in a row. Whap, 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 whap. Clank, clank, thud, thud. This is art. Come think of it, Domino World Record challenges were quite the rage on television a while back. Kei-chan, the frying pan. I didn't even have time to react. The chain reaction knocked over a cutting board, then a frying pan, and the next after that was my pot. Crash. The fry pan struck my pot full force, tipping it over. The contents cruelly spilled out, now my masterpiece was being sampled by the schoolyard. I stared, dumbfounded. It was such a beautiful and elaborate mousetrap that for a moment I lost touch with reality. Oh my, this is a catastrophe. I didn't do anything, you hear me? Oh ho 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 ho! Oh ho 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 ho! At the very last moment I had let my guard down. I ignored the culinary incompetence Satoko for far too long. Even if she couldn't cook, Satoko still had this method of fighting back. Just then, Rena, who had been sampling her own pot, let out a scream. What? Rena's curry is salty. Salty? Was Rena also sabotaged? Then what about Mion? My rice is salty. I've been had. Oh! With this, all the obstacles in my way have been taken care of before the fight even begins. All that effort wasted. So sad, so sad. So sad, so sad. What? How in the how would I be wasted? I mean, I can get wasted if you bring me drinks. No? Well, screw you then. So very, very sad. Rika-chan and Satoko rubbed my dumbfounded head to their heart's content. Pushing the desks together, it was about time for the meal to be judged. The delicious odor of the curry spread throughout the courtyard. The members of the forestry service, to whom we owed gratitude for their daily work, were guided to their seats. The principal gave a bit of a ceremonial introduction. Next, the teacher expressed her desire for them to judge the curry contest. The men from the forestry service seemed to like that kind of thing, and gave their enthusiastic approval. And I'm losing my eyesight. I'm getting really tired of reading right now. Jesus Christ, man. This is bad. Well, I'm still gonna hold on for a moment so that we'll read until Sleg's dinner is over. Lunch is over, whatever. Well then, is everybody finished? We'll now have all the judges sample your cooking. Everybody in the class brought up their painstakingly made curry and arranged them on the desk. The only club members who managed to manage a decent result were Rika-chan's group. Knowing full well it was a failure, Rena plated her curry to the judges. She already knew she was going to get a low score. But at least she was still able to serve hers. Both Mion's and my curry were completely obliterated, so we couldn't even line them up on the table. The judges were started from the curry made by the lower grades. They had a lively discussion praising the food. Finally, it was our curry's turn. Next up is Ryugu-kun's curry. Yes, this looks quite appetizing. The principal cheerfully shoveled a spoonful of Rena's salty curry in his mouth. Of course, his expression immediately changed. Oh my, what happened, Ryugu-san? It seemed so delicious when you were cooking it. Chie-sensei must have had some expectations, judging from her disappointment. Oh, I'm sorry. I might have added a bag of salt by accident. Yes, of course we had the same strategy. It's not like I'm new to sabotaging people, so... Oh, I'm disgusting. A bag of salt by accident. The rest of the judges grimaced after they each had a bite. I feel sorry for them. Failure is but the seasoning for success. I'm looking forward to the next time. Do your best. Saying that, the principal devoured the rest of the oversalted curry in one go. Truly a man amongst men. Rena was down and out. Her offensive capabilities were something else, but she was defeated due to her weak defense. Well then, please savor our curry next. I see that Furude-san's group put a lot of effort into... You're not gonna high-five me? Lame. I see that Furude-san's group put a lot of effort into their curry. Let's see here. It's simple, but very nicely done. There was also this incident with Rena's salted curry right before this, so the judge's assessment was extraordinarily high. Maybe not just extraordinary, but perhaps today's forerunner. The judges began a heated debate. One of those judges let out a sigh as he removed a chunk of carrot with his spoon. Rena is in first place, so I was kind of wrong. That's really surprising. Yeah, this kid's curry really isn't half bad. But I don't like carrots, you see. Personally, I think that carrots are a staple of curry. But I guess to each their own. However, seeing that, Rika-chan read their nameplate on the chest of his coveralls and began to speak. That's no good, Kyoji. You have to eat your carrots. What is she saying all of a sudden? Everybody turned to Rika-chan with a stunned look. But what Rika-chan just did was super effective. The carrot-hating judge began stuffing his face with curry while tears streamed down his face. Kyoji, there's seconds if you want them. Sob, Mommy! While crying like that, he continued to shovel curry into his mouth. That's right, Rika-chan's curry was by no means simple. No, that curry had the taste of a mother's cooking. With the carrot-hating judge out of the picture, Rika-chan's assessment was unanimous. Oh ho 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 ho, nobody can stand up to Rika's curry. Satoko let off a shrill laugh as she declared victory, but at that moment... Don't be fooled, my esteemed judges. Don't be deceived into thinking that this meager slop is the taste only a mother can provide. What you people actually wanted to eat was this kind of curry, wasn't it? Ooh! All of a sudden, in all its perfect glory, Mion's curry. Not only the judges, but the teacher, the underclassmen, and of course myself could only gasp in admiration. Hamburger steak with demi-glaze sauce and a fresh salad. It's all set. It's a set. It wouldn't be stretching it to say that this was a full-course meal. It's perfect. Perfectly made. Amazing, amazing. Mii-chan, you're amazing. Mii-chan, you're amazing. Satoko was also shocked. Even Rika-chan couldn't hide her surprise. It seems their victory was decided without even needing a taste. Of course the hamburger was hand-kneaded. Kneaded. I don't know how to say that word. Cheese. The salad also had a home-style dressing, but of professional quality. And the curry, not even a micron of grit. This is sublime. Truly a taste to savor, Sonosaki-san. This curry is no doubt a living testimony to 6,000 years of Indian knowledge and beautiful harmony with Japanese cuisine. I'm elated. This deserves full marks. I'm giving it 100 points. Oh, you're welcome. I'm just trying to set an example as class representative. Mion bowed politely, and then winked at us with a smirk on her face. I admit defeat. There's no way this is happening. I'm certain I sabotaged that pot of rice. That's right. Satoko had dumped salt into Mion's rice cooker, which should have ruined it. At that moment it hit me. I spun back towards my own canister. That's why. At some point my cooking canister had been opened, its contents completely emptied. Damn you, Mion! You used my rice! That's no fair! Hand over half of your curry. Mion clucked her tongue and waved her finger at me as a smirk washed over her face. Yes, I I underestimated her now, didn't I? Rather surprising now, isn't it? Whoa there, Kei-chan, you're not taking this seriously enough. You gave up at the last moment. I didn't. That's the difference between us. As soon as you give up, it's all over. Yeah, I couldn't even probably voice my shame. Mi-chan, I feel sorry for Keiichi-kun. Just give him at least a little. It's fine, it's fine. This is a lesson. Kei-chan just learned that you shouldn't give up on the contest until it's all over, right? It loads me to say it, but Mion is right. To give up so quickly on the match was my own folly. For Mion to have brought that to my attention, I should actually be thankful to her. Well then, did that mean that even in this situation I shouldn't give up? My curry was overturned while it was still in the pot and I didn't even have any rice left. How in the places am I not supposed to lose hope in this situation? Maebara-san, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun suddenly appeared. Damn it. Even though my proteges had tried so hard, I wasn't able to meet their expectations. It was an accident. There was nothing you could do. Both of them were dejected. I couldn't accept defeat so easily. I was their senior. What would I do? What would I be if I hadn't picked up the broken pieces of the dream I had shown them? I just learned it from Mion just now, didn't I? Don't throw away the contest. Not until the last moment. Think, Keiichi Maebara, think. Not about how to make more curry, about how to win the match. I had an idea. I didn't think it could turn tables, but it was better than nothing. Tomita-kun, come wash your hands, help me out. Okamura-kun, there's something I want you to find. Okay, gotcha. Both of them dispersed after receiving these instructions. Oh? How is Keiichi-san going to flounder about that at the end? Why don't you show me? Nobody likes a stubborn fool, you know. Shut up. Just sit there and watch the last card I have to play. First off, Mion, I'll be taking some of your rice. I won't let you say no. I don't really care, it's salty after all. It's okay if Rena helps too, right? Keiichi-kun is in your trouble right now. Hearing you say that is very reassuring. Well then, Rena, go make some tea. Oh, he doesn't trust me. Next, Satoko. Also Rika-chan. I challenge you to a side bet. What did you say? We'll listen to your request. This was my duty to my two proteges who shed blood, sweat and tears for my sake. Satoko, Rika-chan, if I receive a perfect score, I'll be taking your curry. Nothing for you to eat. You need to know when to stop joking around. I'll be giving you a big no to that. This turned out rather interesting now, didn't it? No, it's alright, Satoko. Take him up on it. Firmly patting the top of Satoko's head, Mion said those words with all the gravitas of a club president. You handicapped him this much, didn't you? There's no way he can make up for that. So meet him head on. No matter how hard he struggles, he's not going to make a comeback. Right? That may be true, but I don't mind. Keiichi, go for it. Yay! The judges seemingly growing tired of sampling the various curries, but they were debating each entry. From what little I overheard, it seemed that Mion's impending victory was not in question. By the way, what happened to Maebara-kun's curry? I still haven't tried it yet. Yeah, the pot with my curry in it fell over. Is that so? That's a real shame. I may have lost my curry, but that doesn't mean I've lost this contest. I'll have everybody singing my praises. My combative posturing had drawn the attention of all the judges. First of all, just be quiet and eat these, please. I'll listen to your complaints after that. This is my cooking. Maebara-kun, that's onigiri, huh? The judge smiled wryly at the simple fare that was quite in contrast to the preceding bravado. Rena poured tea into the cups she had brought over from the break room. He's making a mockery of this. There, look. There's not even any filling. It's nothing more than salted onigiri. This isn't even worthy of being called a contest anymore. It's true, the amount of salt might be a little much, but Rena's expression told me that she thought this was a great idea, but it might still not be enough to win the match. Maibara-san, is this really enough to make a comeback? Gentlemen, you did well. It's alright. Just watch. The judges were chewing with their mouths full and sipping at the tea. Nobody was singing praises or awestruck. They were just quietly chowing down. It seems that Kei-chan has learned how to use some rather underhanded tricks. This might be difficult. Yeah, that's right. Rena understands that now, too. What do you mean? Why is everybody just quietly eating that much? You see, Satoko-chan, that's because the judges are actually tired of eating curry. Because they were judges, they had to sample each and every offering. And because they were from small children, because they were made to show their appreciation, they couldn't eat just a little bit of each. Sometimes a man values the amount more than the taste. At those times, rather than rich, mind-blowing flavor, they crave simplicity. They couldn't say it out loud, but this was the tastiest thing they'd had today. I confirmed that by looking at their eyes as the judges smiled wryly. I'll praise your efforts, but today's contest was about curry. I'm sure we can give a score to this. The teacher and the principal had folded their arms while they pondered the situation. My underlings, seeing that, saw a small glimmer of hope fade away and grew dejected. Ugh, this was a little surprise. Was this little surprise just not enough? Don't give up, Kei-chan, Mion whispered quietly. That's right. If I didn't push here... No, I'll have you give it a score. If you think that curry and onigiri are really that different, you are sorely mistaken. Huh? Maibara-kun, what are you saying? How are they the same? So much reading. But it's fun. How are they the same? The principal stopped the teacher. It looked like he was giving me one final chance. The judges, having eaten their fill, quietly waited for my statement. In its homeland of India, curry is usually eaten with a type of bread called naan, isn't it? Therefore, you could say that this cuisine we call curry rice is something we have adopted and modified. Just as the teacher said at the beginning, it's a fusion of Indian and Japanese cuisine. I know what you're trying to say, Maibara-kun, but what does that have to do with the onigiri? It's actually very simple. Both curry and onigiri are things made to let you enjoy eating rice. Rice was introduced to Japan from ancient China. Our agricultural forebears watered the fields, fighting the elements, disease and pests to grow, and rice are a rice-centric culture. Yes, the Japanese people have formulated a plethora of dishes, but those were nothing more than attempts to find ways of to enjoy eating rice. In other words, curry and onigiri are both the result of rice culture. It was scattered at first, but slowly grew into a steady roar. It was a thunderous applause that praised me. Enough with the nonsense already. I won't accept this. Teachers are only judging curry, you know. This is out of the question. It obviously deserves 0 points. Miss Keiichi-kun did his best. Could you please acknowledge that? Today's class was supposed to be about curry. What should we do? Mion, stifling her laughter, stepped forward. There's a story about how when Michelin 3-star chef from France came to Japan, the people from the hotels he was staying at had a whole bunch of ingredients from France imported. But the chef didn't even give them a second glance. I wonder why that was. They were ingredients from his homeland. The chef went to a local fish market and made a dish from fresh fish caught in Japan. The culture of food isn't bound by predetermined rules. It's culture. If you come to Japan, you melt with Japanese culture and make something new. That's how curry and onigiri are the same. Mion, she was providing fire support. I had to be grateful. The judges were somehow moved by this complicated yet baseless trivia. A stern look washed over the teacher's face as she refolded her arms. Maibara-kun, your pot of curry was flipped over, wasn't it? even though I said at the beginning to be careful. I'm sorry. But as Mabara-kun and Sonoseki-san said, there are no boundaries in cuisine. If it's something that can amaze people, then it's not something that should be discriminated against just because of their form. Then? For spilling your pot, minus 20 points. But just for today, for not giving up and doing your best, plus 20 points. I'll give you 100 points. Maibara-san, we did it! My underclassmen leapt at me. A perfect score. We did it. The curry was spilled and our rice was taken. But we made a comeback. And in the end, Rika-chan's curry was also received full marks, so everybody but Rena had a perfect score. It's a completely flop side. I didn't expect this at all. I'm very surprised by this. Very, very surprising actually. Since this contest was outside of the scope of regular club activities, there wasn't any particular penalty game. Rena breathed a sigh of relief. Now then, as promised, Satoko, Rika-chan, I'll be taking your curry. But that means we won't have any lunch. Whee! Satoko stomped angrily at the ground in frustration, but the price of defeat was absolute. Is what I wanted to say, but I'll show you some mercy. You can eat half. Thank you, Keiichi. My two proteges peered over from the sidelines, tears of joy streaming from their faces. We exchanged glances that would only be understood by amongst men. We did it, Maibara-san. Ah, this is all thanks to you. We flashed each other thumbs up. Now, I just have to give these to my pupils. I've gotten pretty hungry myself. I guess I'll have one of my onigiri. Wait, huh? There was no trace of my onigiri. The ones I had set aside for myself included. As I peered around searching for them, the principal clapped a hand on my shoulder. When I was listening to that speech you gave, the rice I was chewing grew even more delicious. Could it be that you also ate my share? The principal simply laughed without answering. Seriously? My eyes half brimming with tears and my stomach rumbling, I was called over by the teacher. Maibara-kun, because of the circumstances I had to give you a perfect score, but you understand, right? Huh? Understand what? There was an odd glint in the teacher's eyes. If I had to describe it, it was curry-colored. Like a pot of stewing curry, her eyes whirled around in a spiral. A chill washed over me. The teacher clutched me by the shoulders and drew me in closer until our noses almost... Yes, it was completely opposite. That's ridiculous. Teacher clutched me by the shoulders and drew me in closer until our noses were almost touching. Curry is this world's most respected and sacred of dishes. I will absolutely not allow it to be put in the same category as onigiri. You hear me? Curry was created in ancient India, one of the 4 great river valley civilizations, and was raved about during the reign of King Ashoka in capital. It would be so cool to see that. Wow, she's still going. Wow. Okay. I'm not gonna read that. This game would probably be worth going over on PS3 as well. Hey Keiichi-san, what are you stumbling around for? Cleaning up is part of cooking too. Keiichi-kun, your eyes are all curried. Why is that? Why? Curry. Yikes, she got him, huh? It's okay, he'll be back to normal by tomorrow. Probably. It wasn't that long before hunger brought me back to my senses. Ah, this is good. I was hoping for this to happen soon. So Slag, is your lunch almost over? Is it time for the tips? No. I think now would be a good time for me to actually end the stream as well, so... It's been already almost 7 hours, so... Jeez. This has been going on for a while. It's already almost 2 a.m. I need to get these things edited. Actually, because of the Twitch affiliate program, I cannot upload these. Like, speaking because of that Twitch affiliate by contract, I cannot upload this until the day after tomorrow. Or tomorrow, actually. So in 24 hours. So now would be a good time to end the stream. I need to go to sleep anyways. And if I wake up earlier, I can actually finally record some more Doki Doki and some more Overlord.